Okay, another optional question. Again, taking an optional question is going to give you better options in life. Certainly, an absolute value, you should realize, going back to being a semester, the absolute value of x could be equal to x if the x is greater than or equal to 0, or the absolute value of x could equal minus x if the x is less than 0. I think the easiest case to take would be this one first, all right? So let me write that one down for you. And again, we're saying x is greater than or equal to 0. This equation will look like 2 to the x plus 2 to the x equals 2 root 2. And what do you have there? You would get 2 times 2 to the x equals 2 root 2. That means 2 to the x is equal to root 2. And you should realize the root of 2, written as an exponent problem, would be 2 to the 1/2, which means x is 1/2. And clearly it's a positive number. So that's one solution to the problem, right? This is an easy one. This is the easy part. All right, let's do the next one. And what happens when x is less than 0? Well, the absolute value in that case would be minus x. So let's write this down. So you get 2 to the x plus 2 to the minus x equals 2 root 2. What I would do to get rid of the negative power is multiply both sides by 2 to the x. So you get 2 to the x. I'm multiplying every term by that now. And what do you have here? Well, the first term you get 2. X plus x is 2x. The next term is going to be 2 minus x plus x, 0, but 2 to the 0 is going to be 1. And this is 2 root 2 times 2 to the x. All right, I'm making a substitution now to make it easier for me. I'm going to say u is equal to 2 to the x. All right, let's keep moving. And what do you get there? You get, let's see, u squared plus 1 equals 2 root 2 u. This is quadratic, so u squared minus 2 root 2 u plus 1 equals 0. I can use a quadratic formula. And what do you get? U equals, let's see, 2. Let's see, you would get 2 root 2 plus or minus. Let's see, that would be 8 minus 4. Yeah, 8 minus 4. Well, u would be equal to 2 root 2 plus or minus. 8 minus 4 is 4 over 2. And this looks pretty easy to deal with. What do you get? You get u is equal to root 2. The square root of 4 is 2, so plus or minus 1. All right, now someone says, what's u? Well, we have to go back. It's 2 to the x, right? So I get 2 to the x equals root 2 plus or minus 1. By the way, root 2 plus or minus 1 is a positive number, so I can just take logs of both sides. And whether you use log base 2 or log base c, it doesn't really much matter. I'm gonna write down log base 2, though. All right, so I would get x equals log base 2 root 2 plus or minus 1. All right, so I can understand saying I got 3 answers now, and that's understandable, right? But I want to point out that x has to be a negative number. All right, so let me just take a look at this over here and talk about the number here. So x equals log base 2, and that would be root 2 plus 1. All right, well, root 2 plus 1 is bigger than 2, so this over here is going to be a positive number. So this one's out of the question. Let's put the next one down. X equals log base 2 root 2 minus 1. Well, that's less than 2, so it's going to be a negative number. So this is the answer over here. So we have 2 answers. The 2 answers are as follows. 1/2 is one of the answers. The other answer is log base 2 root 2 minus 1. All right? Now, certainly, I go through the K. Certainly what I would do in my work, looking back over the answers, clearly I want to point out I'm seeing this answer in the K. And by the way, this is really the same thing as, that answer over there. It's the same thing as log base 2 of root 2 minus 1. All right, same thing. So I got that answer, and the other answer I got, this over here. We got both answers. All right, I just want to remind you who I am. My name is Ron Bannon. If you need to reach out to me, My email address is Bannon, that's B as in boy, the @ symbol, NNON.US. All right, I do see this problem as being a difficult problem, all right? Now, certainly you need to know the definition of absolute value, and when the x is greater than or equal to 0, it's the easy part. The tough part was this one over here. This was more difficult. What was really difficult about it? In the end, you might have thought you got 2 answers for that, but you only got 1, and you should know what the restrictions are for that. X had to have been less than 0. Thank you.